Congress made the news this week, but in a different kind of way. A member from North Carolina was asked to compare real Congress with the fictional Congress depicted in House of Cards, which is a TV series on Netflix. If you haven't watched House of Cards, don't bother. If you have, you already know what it's about. Immoral and amoral members abusing their offices, engaging in all manner of debauchery. In one episode, the majority leader actually murders a journalist. Whatever shortcomings you may perceive Kevin McCarthy or Steny Hoyer have, let me put your minds at ease. Neither has ever pushed a journalist or anyone else in front of a train. And that's what this member from North Carolina should have said. He should have said, like any other large group, there are all kinds of people, and the good ones don't make the news. He should have told the story of Congressman Phil Rowe from Tennessee. Most folks don't know Phil Rowe. He was a doctor. He served in the Army. He ran for Congress later in life. I would see him at the Charlotte airport because he had to fly through Charlotte to get to Washington. And it was there at the airport in Charlotte that Phil Rowe saved a man's life. Quietly, humbly, he did the most important thing a person can do. He saved a life. That doesn't make the news. Netflix doesn't do TV series on the decent members of Congress, the ones who served and sacrificed for our country, lost limbs, lost eyesight, were POWs, built businesses, taught school, worked in healthcare or the ministry. The good ones don't make the news. The bad ones get all the attention. This modern obsession with negativity does not need to be enhanced by exaggeration. This member of Congress from North Carolina went on to suggest he had observed his peers using cocaine and had been invited to parties unfit for discussion on a Sunday night television show. In less than one full term in Congress, this member claims he witnessed or was asked to participate in all manner of illegality and immorality. So my question for the congressman is simply this. Who? Give us the names. If you're being invited to cocaine parties by colleagues, tell us who invited you. Who used illicit drugs in front of you? Who broke the very laws they pass and expect us to follow? Which of your colleagues thinks he or she is above the law? Who is doubling as a deviant by night while talking about family values by day? So stop with the nuance. Name the politicians or other officials who did drugs in front of you and invited you to sex parties. I was in D.C. for 8 years. The people I associated with were nothing like what this congressman described. Tim Scott's idea of a wild time was ordering dessert. John Ratcliffe would run an extra mile. Jim Jordan would do extra push-ups. Kevin McCarthy, now, he did take us to see movies. And one time, he did order buttered popcorn, if that counts. Joey Kennedy's nickname was Milk because it was the strongest thing he drank. Jason Chaffetz didn't need milk because he wouldn't even drink coffee. And I hate to admit this, but Tulsi Gabbard did miss work because she was serving in the Army Reserves while she was also serving in Congress. The people I was around did none of what you described, ever. So if you're being invited to NC-17 parties and watching people do cocaine, then you're hanging around with the wrong people. But you should name them so their constituents know what they're doing on the people's time. And if, on the other hand, none of what you described really happened, you need to admit that too. Congress has enough problems without making things up. Congress isn't well regarded, always low in the opinion polls. It's a cheap applause line. It's an easy target. But even easy targets deserve fairness and the truth. So either tell us who you saw doing cocaine and who invited you to sexually explicit parties, or admit what we suspect, which is that you made it up. And then ask yourself where fairness and honesty fall on the list of qualities we should be looking for in members of Congress.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.